That's it. I am single-handedly bringing back public shaming because every single person in this stupid-ass Starbucks bear cup situation is genuinely embarrassing their entire bloodlines. I don't care if that's mean. Y'all deserve it.
Storytime if I waited outside for hours for the new Starbucks Christmas bear cup, but the employees took them all before we could even get them. Here I am arriving to my local Kroger, which actually has a Starbucks store inside of it, around 2 a.m. And this is when I got nervous because there was already about 6 people in front of me, and the store said that they only had 6 cups. So I knew I was already in a little bit of a pickle, but I decided to wait it out. Here it is at 6 a.m. They broke the doors open, didn't even wait for the employees, and they started sprinting to check out those bear cups. But little did they know what we were in for. But here's the Starbucks, and if you look there, you can already see employees, including Kroger employees, checking out the cups before we could even get them after we waited in line for them. So, I mean, I wasn't that mad, but the people in front of me, they were pissed.
That is your fault. These employees didn't do anything wrong. Nobody told you to wake up at 1 o'clock in the morning. Nobody told you to line up in the freezing cold outside of Kroger at 2 o'clock in the morning. Nobody told you to go buy this cup. You made all of these ridiculous choices yourself. So does that mean you've earned a cup? No. Does that mean you're owed a cup or that you deserve a cup? No. Why? Because you may have waited in line for this cup, but you wanted to do that. Everything that you chose to do by yourself is what these employees have to do regardless every single day. So by your logic, they deserve the cups just as much as you do. I mean, you're all absurd people, of course. The employees for prioritizing a cup over opening the goddamn store, and the people waiting outside sacrificing their literal sleep for a damn cup. But there's no hierarchy here. It's a damn cup. Get over it. POV, waking up at Starbucks at 2 o'clock in the morning thinking you'll be early enough to get the bear cup at Starbucks. Like, a concerning amount of people believe that this is normal behavior, and it is genuinely terrifying to me. There is at least 100 people there, and all of them had the exact same idea. This is literally mass psychosis playing out in real time. You know that scene in the SpongeBob movie where all of the fish citizens have the bucket on their heads, the chum bucket on their heads, and they're being mind controlled by Plankton? Yeah, Plankton in this situation is Starbucks, and all of you guys have the chum buckets on your heads. Brand worship is rotting your brains from the inside out because people are also camping out overnight outside of these stores with chairs and blankets and hoodies and books and phones and chargers and food and drinks, acting like you're all preparing for survival during a natural disaster just so that you can buy the brand new Starbucks cup. I think there is a parasite in your brain. If you're willing to inconvenience yourself to this degree and make your own life harder and your own life more miserable for a company selling a product that they've actually already sold before in the past, you have mental problems. I'm sorry, but you do. Then this girl uploaded a video of herself lining up in the rain at 5:15 in the morning for this stupid mug. And of course, she wasn't the only one with this idea because people started lining up hours before she did. They opened the doors for these idiots at 5:30 in the morning and were immediately told that there was only 4 stocked in the entire store. But despite hearing that, people in front of her still tried grabbing every single cup the store had available, and everyone was catching on to what was going on, and then proceeded to push against each other and continue to shuffle into each other to leave no room for anyone to breathe. Like this was the last bit of food on the shelves during a zombie apocalypse. Congratulations! You, my dear, have been awarded the You Fell For It Again award. It's got your name written on it, and it will be sitting here waiting for you to come collect it because you all fell for it again. Guys, do you want to know why Starbucks is overhyping these products and then proceeding to only stock their stores with the bare minimum amount of these cups? Because they want to create false hype. If it looks like there's no stock to go around, then it looks like they're a lot more in demand than they actually are. So people line up, because if people think they're going to miss out because God forbid they miss out on one single cup, they're more likely to overstate its importance and become frenzied to buy it, despite the fact that Starbucks knows they have more than enough to go around for everybody. You are playing right into their schemes. You are right in the palm of their hands. And it is genuinely embarrassing how you guys aren't recognizing what is going on. Starbucks will continue to take advantage, and they will continue to repeat this cycle over and over and over again until y'all stop placing them on a pedestal and learning from your past mistakes. But because y'all won't, what reason do they have to stop? Also, apparently this has now turned into a goddamn National Geographic documentary because grown-ass adults with children and a mortgage are physically fighting each other for these cups like they're siblings taking each other's toys and are yelling, "Give it back," over and over again as if it isn't just a goddamn cup. It is people like this that make me feel embarrassed to be alive and to be a part of the human race. I don't want to be associated with all that, because not only are y'all physically attacking each other for a glass that looks like a teddy bear, not only are y'all waking up before the crack of dawn to line up for said cup, but y'all are standing outside of these cafes when they're closed the night before at 8 p.m. or 9 p.m. So you can stand in the freezing cold for 10 hours just to buy cups that you won't use, and that will collect dust after sitting untouched on your shelves for weeks on end as soon as you get home, because you forget about it as soon as you buy it. Yeah, y'all do need professional psychological help. And the fact that this behavior of starting fights and camping outside of these establishments is becoming so common and normalized within our culture genuinely disgusts me. I am losing faith in the human race because of videos like this.
So that way I can get that shit on Starbucks.
Sir, you're fucking, I don't know what the fuck is wrong with you. Have the fucking stupid cup. I hope that makes you feel better as a person.
Yeah, sure.
Idiot.
Thank you for hitting me.
She didn't hit you. The first shot, you reached over and assaulted me.
I didn't want shots.
Yes, you did. The cup was right here. There's cameras. You reached over at me and assaulted me.
The cup was on the counter. First come, first served. You hadn't paid for it.
Don't
He's just trying to pay for it, but you guys are making
I
a
am
big deal about it.
I would have been gone already if it wasn't for you guys.
Story time. One man had been waiting at the store since 3 a.m. and he was the first in line. But an employee's wife came and lined up at the side door sometime after the man. And when it came time for the store to open, the employees let the wife in first and other people started running through that door before they could even open the main door. Okay, so people are assaulting each other, people are hitting each other, people are yelling at each other, people are swearing at each other, people are sneaking their families into these stores, people are entering Starbucks through doors that aren't allowed to be opened to the general public just for this dumbass cup that looks like a bear. Because for grown-ass adults that have bills to pay and mouths to feed, having their morning coffee in a childish ass cup shaped like a teddy bear is worth getting thrown into jail for. I don't care if y'all hate me for saying it, but some of these people deserve to be fired. Yep, and I'm happy they are getting fired. Yep, because breaking corporate rules and letting your dumbass wife fight with customers over a $30 cup and giving her an unfair opportunity is something that deserves to be punished. How did we even reach this point in society? The adults of today are not like the adults that we've had throughout the rest of humanity. What is going on? Nothing like this would have happened 20 years ago. It is embarrassing.
She cussed me out in the Starbucks.
No, it's saying there's only one. No.
It actually doesn't online say that.
That is so trashy. I would get your shit and get out. Yeah, no, that's fucked up. Alright, I'm sorry.
And I'm supposed to feel bad for you? Because I don't. You knew exactly what you were doing when you grabbed 5 of these cups that you do not need for any other reason but pure, unadulterated greed. Yeah, it is unserious and it is silly that people are saying it's f***ed up when they're just glorified glass jars. Yes, I do agree with that. It's not that deep and it never will be. But you bought these exclusively so that you could resell them online for triple the price. So why should I feel bad that you're getting yelled at? Honestly, both parties in this video are just terrible. That is why this video is so awful for me to make. Because I'm being forced to defend people who are acting stupid because there are people out there who are acting even worse and even more stupid than they are.
My disappointment is immeasurable, and my day is moving.
I'm getting hot and sweaty making this video. And you wanna know why I don't feel a single shred of empathy for these people getting yelled at by other customers in the stores? Because I'm not even joking with you right now. If you go on eBay and you search for this cup, some idiot is selling one of these cups for $20,000! As if that money isn't the same amount of money you could use to buy a brand new f***ing car. But someone else was selling this ugly thing for almost $8,000. And when I clicked onto the listing, eBay had told me that the listing was no longer available because some dumbass actually, literally, genuinely spent that much money to buy it. You see why I don't feel bad for any of these people, no matter if they're a reseller or not? Because the resellers have the nerve, the gall, the audacity to charge exorbitant amounts of money for this literal landfill. But on the other hand, there are brain-dead sheep out there who are more than happy and willing to give that money to them. So you're all just as bad as each other. And y'all constantly enable each other, even though you attack each other. So why should any of us care about how you treat each other? Like, I just find it so hypocritical how just 1 week ago, y'all were saying that we were boycotting Starbucks. But then the millisecond that Starbucks releases something even remotely, quote, cute, you immediately throw all of that into the garbage and pretend like nothing ever happened so that you can wake up at 2 a.m. to be the first in line to fight tooth and nail to give them your goddamn money as soon as they open their doors. You fell for it again awards cannot be made fast enough. The production is delayed because there are so many You Fell For It Again awards to give out tonight that the supply is not meeting the demand. Not even close. The factory will be open all night. It doesn't take a goddamn rocket scientist to connect the dots as to why they decided to re-release these old products and are purposely withholding stock to create false scarcity because they want your money again. And you fell for it again. Hook, line, and sinker, as you always do.
Crowd control, the store will be open, and you are, there is no limit. So it is first come, first serve, so please be respectful of each other, okay? Please leave a path to get to the register.
Wait, my baby's head. Oh, there goes a bear.
Seriously? Oh, fine. All right, folks, now we gotta leave some space so that I can sweep this mess.
That is what they get for not putting a limit on the amount that someone can buy. That's what they get for not implementing any semblance of rules or some regulations to manage this release. They get people being too tired to function and end up breaking their glasses out of sheer clumsiness because they haven't slept enough and they're sleep deprived because they're not as sharp as they usually are, as they've not had any sleep. Because yes, these people are stupid, but Starbucks encourages this behavior. Because when a woman uploaded a video to Instagram saying that her husband was going to be lining up at 11:45 p.m. the previous night, Starbucks congratulated them for getting the cup. They don't care that people are lining up. They love it. They love it. They love it. That's what they get. And this seems to be happening all across the country right now because yet another person uploaded a video of a smashed bear cup because two absolute hooligans got into a physical brawl over this stupid shit. Now, nobody can have that damn cup, all because y'all have become violently impatient, unbelievably disrespectful to each other, and completely clueless on how to act civilly in public. Consumerism is a disease. Like, literally, y'all are acting like a horde of zombies trying to eat a freshly passed human corpse. And it's genuinely terrifying because you guys can't seem to control your violent impulses and your bloodthirst over a cup shaped like a teddy bear. That's what's unlocking the cavemen in people. So I fully believe that future releases need to be done online only. But then again, I have no faith that if they did online releases only, it would be a smooth procedure. Y'all would still find a way to make it a goddamn mess, as you've proven time and time and time and time and time again. Because that's just the kind of people that these releases attract. People that are absolutely out of their goddamn minds.
Good morning, guys. Please walk, single file line, stay in order. Having a purchasing limit of 1, please come grab from the register. All Hello Kitties and bears, please grab from the register first.
Oh.
What do we get?
Okay, fair.
Walk online and do not grab it from there.
Don't grab it from there.
We'll let you know when you can.
Can you imagine adults needed to be given directions, like needing guidance, and to have their hand held throughout the entire purchasing experience because they can't be trusted to be the civil adults that they should be over the most mundane items in existence currently? You're telling me that they needed to be told to walk and not run like they're children at a local pool, that they need to be in a single file line like they're children getting on a bus in the morning for a school trip, and that they need to have order and not feed into the chaos? I mean, they even act like children trying to impress their teachers by repeating orders to other adults who are coming into the store in case they didn't hear, to make themselves feel like they have more power than they actually have. Everything about that video made me cringe. Because if these employees don't treat these adults like they're literal babies, they'll end up smashing the glasses. Like the people in the previous videos who weren't being controlled like a herd of cows in Red Dead Redemption. Now, keep in mind that people are assaulting each other, waking up at 2 a.m., lining up for hours in the freezing cold, getting into verbal arguments, and getting treated like children, all just for a useless cup that can't even fit into their cup holders in their car. So it isn't even something practical they can use daily to take on the go with them. And that's what all this frenzy is over. Like, you want to try telling me that this isn't the absolute pinnacle of overconsumption when we have people buying a takeaway coffees that come in their own plastic and that are completely disposable, and needing to waste sheets of paper towel that didn't need to be used for this in order to clean up the excess coffee that was spilled and that made a mess everywhere on her counter, because pouring coffee into this barista bottle is much more of a task than it should be, when you could have just brewed a coffee from home and used a mug that you already own to drink from instead. This is so sickening to me. There's so much plastic. There's so much waste. There's so much money being spent for no reason. And if I had a penny for every time the authorities were called to a Starbucks over these idiotic bear cups, I only have 2 pennies. But it's weird that it happened twice, because 2 separate women complained about running into police with their sirens on outside their local Starbucks because of this fucking cup. With one employee even adding that one of their customers received a speeding ticket that morning from going over the limit just to drive between local Starbucks to get this cup in time before anyone else. Can you imagine risking a fine or losing your license because you only had a few demerit points left and potentially facing getting your license literally suspended, all just so that you can buy a $30 cup that looks like a bear? Adults aren't even acting like adults anymore. They're acting like children with severe behavioral issues that are unfortunately allowed to legally have their own bank account. And it's just gonna keep getting worse from here. And it's already bad enough as is. Because you guys aren't showering, you're not changing your underwear or changing out of your pajamas that you slept in and sweat in all night. You're not brushing your teeth or brushing your hair or putting any deodorant on whatsoever to be somewhat presentable to be in public. Like, you're all purposely avoiding your hygiene and neglecting your own personal needs, all for this barista cup. A cup from Starbucks is more important than yourself to some of these people. They're prioritizing a Starbucks cup over taking care of themselves. And that's not scary to y'all? You ought to be deeply ashamed of yourselves. At least clean yourself up a little bit before subjecting your odor to the general public. All just so that you can give Starbucks your money. It is disgusting. I can't even imagine the stench in that Starbucks.
Go ahead.
Mine says you were not here.
Oh, all right, Karen.
We saw you
all right.
on photos.
That's fine.
Yeah,
on the photos, bring up the
everybody
photos.
here.
I was on the opposite side. I was on the entrance, and they were on the exit.
You're escalating the situation right
I'm not.
now.
I'm in line, just like everybody else.
Everybody else was in line out there.
I was in line the same way.
At 7:15, you
I was
were
in
not
line.
Standing
I'm
in
showing
line.
you the message that I was here at 5:20.
You were in your car. You were not
I
standing
came
in
out of
line.
the car at 5:30.
No, you did
yes,
not.
Yes, I did.
No,
I
you
was
did.
standing
You were not
by the
in
entrance.
Line. In
That's
line.
not true.
Yes,
That's
you
not
were
true.
not in
Can
line.
you show me the cameras, please?
I cannot show you the cameras.
Okay, then how can you not show me the cameras? You're claiming I wasn't here, but you can't even show me the cameras.
$300 to everyone for their cup.
I just asked. I could ask the same way, right?
Because you were not in line.
No, I was here.
Sir, I'm gonna have to ask you to leave.
I was here.
I understand that you were here.
I was here.
I'm saying that you were here
right.
in your car.
No, I
You
was
were
outside
not in
on the.
the
I was in
line
the front of the entrance.
with the rest of the guests.
I was
You
in
were
the
not
front of
in
the
line.
entrance.
So you were not in line.
I was in the front of the entrance. I was in the entrance, not on the exit portion.
Okay.
They should have lined up on the entrance
So
portion.
they were already lined up.
I was
So
I was in the entrance.
I'm not going to be able to let you cut in front of all these people because the other people
Cut in front of
were in
who?
line.
I was here.
I need to be zen. I need to be zen. Because I'm going to lose my mind. Anyways, guys, thank you so much for watching this video. Mwah. I love you all so much, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye, guys.